What a showroom of beautiful cars. Scooby-Doo's car, Scooby-Doo's mystery machine. Look at Fred Flintstone's car. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Marathon Mondays with Mal. It's a beautiful Coburg morning here. We are on the production floor. This is actually someone's workbench. They got a little car collection in here, and so I thought it was pretty cool and thought we could show it. Look at this Porsche. Sweet. This is a Nissan Maxima. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Let me take this off. We are socially keeping it safe, 6 feet apart. We're going to look at Marathon Coach 1335 this morning. This is a beautiful quad slide. Come on over here. I want you to see the front of it. This is a beautiful quad slide. We're going to show the exterior first before we go in. This coach is about a month from being completed, maybe a little bit less, but 1335's paint job really stands out. Let me know how my audio is. We're still working on that, you guys. What's that? No, you cut. I'm not going to stop production. That's a good question. I will never want to stop production. Let's take a peek at 1335's. Is this a pilot seat? Yes, it is. Take a look at that. Beautiful. I've said it many, many times. Our upholstery shop does an amazing job. And one thing that I was talking about this morning with Steve down here on the production floor was how we take the extra care to make sure everything's protected. We have a delivery later this week, and one of the things that really stands out to me about that coach is the customers are going to be seeing it later this week, but everything is protected because there's a lot of people coming in and out because it's still at the back end of its audit process. And so what we do is we cover things like even the entry doors. Leather is covered with these custom-made slip covers, basically to just protect them from nicks and dents and scratches, especially when you have something leather like that. So that is the pilot seat for 1335. Let's go around this side. I want to show you the textures. Now keep in mind we're on the production floor and this coach has not been washed. It was painted about 3 months ago. But take a look at that beautiful paint job. And while you're looking at that, you can also get a good shot of the plumbing bay here. And like I mentioned about protective, see how all of this laminate is covered with this protective tape? That is to protect the laminate and keep it in its pristine condition while they're working on the plumbing and while they're working on the electrical portion. It's always cool to get in here and look at it prior to them finishing. And that's kind of the unsung story of the quality of a Marathon conversion. Marathons care to make sure when the customer takes delivery that it is in pristine. Even the back side. See, this is the front. This is the front side. There's your soap dispenser, and there is your paper towels. And then on the inside, they even see, because I just opened that, you got to make sure that the laminate is protected. And then look at this. All your cutoffs, these are your hot water cutoffs, and on the other side, your cold water cutoffs. This beautiful chrome is covered to protect it. That's really cool. Now back to the paint job. It's dusty out here, you guys, but I want you to see, and you know, hopefully we'll be able to show you when this coach gets outside, but the depth of that red is just fantastic. That's what really stands out to me. I really like this paint job. I wonder, Armand, do you know if Sarah did this one?
I want to say it was, yeah.
Okay, look at the back side. I like the offset Marathon logo. And it's not ghosted, but it is it's more faint. It's more with the texturing color. So you see the texturing that runs through the middle of the rear of the coach. Your logo is pretty much the same color, but that is, I believe it's a candy paint that the logo is in, so that in the sun, it'll be really dynamic. One thing I want to send a shout out to Ron in Philadelphia. He's one of our friends of the show. Ron sent us some, I'm going to call them custom apple pies because it wasn't just your standard apple pie. So a big thanks to Ron, a friend of Marathon Mondays, who sent a couple of pies here. And they were delicious. So big thanks to Ron out in Philadelphia. We're going to go inside, 1335 Quad Slide H3, and yes, this one still for sale. About a month, maybe a little bit less, from being completed. And one of the reasons, there's a couple of reasons that I wanted to show you today. And because I'm not wearing my mask, everybody cleared out for a second. So we're not gonna, they're off doing other items, they said, so I'm not stopping production good, which is the good thing to do, but they're out working on a few other things outside in the base. A couple of reasons why I wanted to show you today. I love seeing and showing you what it's like prior to the upholstery, chairs and the sofa and the dinette coming in here. Also, because quad slides, especially a coach like this, which is the Grand Cayman floor plan, it's a super bath, these guys are selling very quickly. So for those of you out there, if you're thinking about upgrading, this is the coach that you need to be looking at, because this quad slide super bath is not going to last long. Coach 1335. You can email me at malw, M-A-L-W, at marathoncoach.com. Talk to me about getting into this. Don't forget that selling these coaches is my paramount job here at Marathon. I like this laminate too. It's going to play well with this ceiling leather wrap. That's really, really nice. The split galley of the Grand Cayman floor plan. That's nice. About a month, you know, it's hard to tell because I am not a craftsman on the production floor. I can see just a snippet of hardwood floor down there. I'm gonna love that floor in this coach. Light uppers and a not really dark, as you can see right there, you guys. It's not really dark, but it's really gonna be a nice color to play off of. The uppers are this, I'm gonna call this more of a blonde laminate, and then the lowers are this darker color. And so the floor is going to play off of that. So as far as storage, I mean, second to none when it comes to engineering a coach properly. Marathon does it right. There's so much storage. Are you on Wi-Fi or LTE?
We're on cellular service. Now we're back on.
Now we're back on. Sorry about that, you guys. So that's part of going into a fully welded stainless cage. Sometimes you lose the Wi-Fi or the feed that we were off of. And that's 1335, so apologies for the breakup. For those YouTubers, you'll probably see a cleaner version. But for those of you who are my friends of Facebook, thank you so much. Speaking of friends of Facebook, don't forget to go on and search for Marathon Mondays with Mal. We've got our own page, and we also have our own content. So look for Marathon Mondays with Mal, like it, and make sure you hit that bell so when I go live on the Marathon Mondays with Mal page by itself, you'll be able to get that content also. Other than that, you guys, let's take a look on this side of the production floor, because we've got a lot going on over here. As you can see, we've got lots of coaches on this side. Sorry. We've got a lot of coaches on this side of the floor that are being produced. Then I think if Armand goes up, he'll be able to see the other side of the production floor. I see Richard walking by. He's trying to sneak by. Do you see that? And Vern walking by. Everybody try to sneak by. For those of you who don't know, quality control, one of the most important things of getting into a marathon. You want to get into it well and you want to get into it right, and that's Vern's department. Other than that, you guys, thank you for hanging out with me. I am on my way back to Indio, California. We have a virtual wine tasting event that I'm excited about. We're going to be with J. Scott Wineries, one of the best wineries in the state of Oregon. For those of you who don't know, California on the West Coast is not the only place where they produce basically leading wines in the world. The state of Oregon has some of the most amazing wines to come out of. I am not a wine drinker, but that is what I am told. I'm a coffee drinker. So anyway, other than that, everybody, be yourself and do good things. I will be down in Indio for a week or so, and I'm going to be down there showing you Coach 1333 and a couple of other coaches that we have down there. So stay tuned. I will be live down there on Monday, and maybe a Marathon Mondays with Mal